void within the community to offer the services we offer, or to offer the services we offer in the way we do. So possibly it is the factor that distinguishes us from other service providers in the community. We have the language skills to communicate with the group. We have the understanding of the cultural background of all those seniors coming from different countries.
But because of the language barrier and cultural differences, so very little the Chinese senior go and use the services. So our center is trying to help them to come out, from their community, and trying to encourage them to participate more in different areas, like for example, community involvement, work as volunteer, participate in different community activity or programs by assisting them with the language assistance.
I can identify maybe 3 key elements I think that make the program successful. It's hard work, but at first I think it's having passion for what you believe in. I think the passion is the fuel that drives it. Second is to get a good team of people around you who equally believe in the passion. And the third is to create good partnership. So it's creating that kind of partnership, it's documenting your work. It is showing accountability and transparency in terms of how the money is being used, and keeping good record, financial record. It's all of those things combined that I think is necessary, and it takes time to build that. But once you start to build it slowly and you have the evidence, you find out more opportunities and more doors open, and more organizations want to know about you and want to talk to you, want to create partnership.
Because you have to have a group that is working together for the same deal, for the same program, for the same idea.
We have set our sights in what is the ratio of volunteers and seniors. We know that 1 volunteer can help us to manage 10 seniors. And basically this is what we have now, 10 to 12 hardcore volunteers and about 100 seniors.
If we really want to see with the seniors, it's necessary to know how to attract them, find out their choice of interest, because if there is no interest, they won't come out and will always stay isolated. This is very important for them to keep them alive. A small walk with another friend who walks often, when you put them in group of 2, they think it's interesting.
There was a consultation process to determine what kind of services were available in the city for members of our community, seniors. Because we realized that seniors were living isolated lives, mainly because of language barrier and income, lack of income. Those focus groups led to the conclusion that the creation of an organization to provide a haven, a place, a safe place for them to meet was important, it was needed, and that's what motivated or put the foundation to create this organization.
So I think the most important thing for a volunteer or a person who wants to do things for the community is to love what you are doing, to recognize that there is a need, to step forward and to say, I'm here, what is needed to do, I'll do. So I think it is the key.
The critical things are very important, like the language and the food. Some cannot get organized, and maybe everything is a mess, but the language stays very primordial.
And within the funding, I will say, is how the documents are structured, and also the perception of the funders, that every time, every year, you have to change programs. For seniors, you have to offer routines activities, and they want a different program. When we are going to change the program, it's impossible. The seniors get used to, they come here, for example, on Wednesday, because they know Wednesday is the meeting, or they're going for meeting for crochet and see my friends. Tuesday we have the cardiovascular exercise. Monday we have some painting, then we have Reiki, and we have English class. If you change the location all the time, believe me, they get disoriented.
Well, it's much better to prevent instead of trying to heal. And at this moment, we start to put importance in the workshops on women health, talk about obesity, high blood pressure, and diabetes. And we are intergeneration women. It needs to be said. But most of our workshops are based on people aged over 50 and older, because they need a lot of training, information to be able to take care or to change lifestyle and customs.
The seniors, they have organized themselves in a way that they teach lessons, different lessons, let's say in Reiki. They have also computer classes, and they have attended last year, for instance, yoga exercises, and one senior has a group, a big group of about 15 seniors, doing chair and cardio exercises.
That activities they are keeping helping, they are getting out of their homes or their apartments where they are very isolated. So they have also sewing classes, they have craft classes. But in addition to that, you know, the traditional classes, the sewing, the knitting, the painting, the crochet, there are other parts that contributes to the well-being of the individuals. That is kind of mentally and physically. For example, in the case of mental, in addition to it, when they are active, your brain is busy and you are healthy. But also we have important talks with professionals. We hosted one on depression on seniors. It's a very important topic. Sometimes we don't know how depression is defined and how it is disguised as well. And it's difficult to recognize that. Sometimes we know that they are very isolated, and to approach them and talk about this is not that easy task. So we have to let it to the professional, at least to touch the door and talk and sit. So
we're trying to help them to get active more. Like, for example, Chinese people are very energetic. They have a better health, condition. But according to the research, many of them, after they settle in a new country or a new place, the health condition started to deteriorate after maybe 1 or 2 years, because due to the isolation. So mentally, stage affect the physical stage. So we're trying to help them to maintain their mental wellness by get them more active in their community first. So for example, when they come out, they to attend the program that we provide, they have a chance to get to know the others who had the same situation like them. So they become a friend within their community. And then after that, then together, they go out to further place and to attend, other programs.
Le programme fonctionne parce que premièrement,
The program is working. The people organize themselves very efficiently. We ask the younger one or the one that owns a car to go get them. Transport advise them at what time, and it's a warranty, going and coming back.
On essaye de créer des ateliers, de faire des ateliers de mieux-être pour tous les groupes d'âge. On peut faire pour des jeunes, pour des adultes, mais on a des ateliers.
We have workshops for all ages. We try to send a message to set the tone for them to be able to understand together the values of the welcoming society. We have seen that when we were able to achieve this, the gap between the generation was reduced. Let me give you an example. We were doing a computer workshop with youth and adults over 65. It was a real total success. It permitted for these older adults to be able to play with Facebook and Twitter, to be in touch with their children and grandchildren. It did, in fact, reduce this gap between the generations.
Quand on parle des personnes âgées, ethnoculturelles, on parle des personnes.
When we are talking about seniors, our organization cannot work by itself. It has to be work done in collectivity.
Moi, je conseillerais ces gens.
I would recommend to these people not to work only by yourself, but go see the others existing organizations.
By working with other ethnocultural organizations, we are learning many things that I think will help us in the immediate future to grow, to consolidate, to create better structure for the group.
Et aujourd'hui, je peux.
And today, I can tell you that the person who has started with me, we don't give them all the responsibility, but some among them became volunteers to help others, and that's extraordinary.
So at this point, many of the activities have taken off by themselves. We don't pay our instructors are always volunteers, and most of the time seniors in the group. So that's the reason for them too, because once they are teachers or leaders, it gives them a sense of pride, and they are recognized by the community as active in the community. So that's great.
And let me give you another example of how the program transformed a person. I met a seniors who came to the program, and his wife passed away 4 years ago. Not maybe more than that, because I start to track the time. But from what I understand, the first 2 years was very lonely, was very sad, and very because they were very close, and this person was a very shy person. He enjoyed the the activity and become the contributor, not only just participator, but the contributor. And then he worked in various projects, helping out the coordinate and reach to the community, and one by one, people got influenced by him. So more and more people join as a community volunteer and in organize activity for themselves. And so this person right now, he's not only just the volunteer, but he also helped to form this wonderful support center, which is very very nice, overwhelming for a worker to work with a group of people like this